All right, it's ready to begin this time. What happened? All right, it's ready to begin this time. Give me a second. Something's happened with my. Okay, here we are. Okay. Always some natak has to happen. Otherwise, how would it be my webinar? So, all right, hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. And we begin with saying our hellos to all of you who've made it here: Akshita, Jyoti, Mahima, Narendra, Preeti, Triveni, and Swati, and Suppi, and Manjari, and Mitali, Iti, Deepika, Pooja, Poo, Megha. Hello, everyone. Lots and lots of love. And thank you so much for being here for today's session. And many of you that I can't see on the screen, but I have missed out on, so a very warm welcome to you as well. So today's session, as we begin right off the back, today's session is all about this place that we call home. So a discussion on this place that we call home. And it's so funny because the minute you ask someone, like, what is home to you? And we have this textbook definition which crosses our mind. This textbook definition of, a home is a place where we can go and be ourselves. A home is a place where we can rest. A home is a place where, the family lives together, laughs together, all of that, right? And home is that place. And isn't it funny? Because I think that's the definition that is fed to all of us. And for how many of us, right now, right here, for how many of us can we actually say that, yes, home has been that place? Through various stages of life, yeah, home has been that place where I can go and be myself, and I can go and talk to anybody about my heart, and everybody over there gives me love and all that. So as we look at home and whatever we are going through at our homes. So simply, again, when we look at energy, there is not much difference in what we are going to do, but I just keep picking up some words or another where definitions still exist. So if you wish to debate it out with me and say, no, this is not the definition of home, I would love to hear your definition of home. And if you agree with me that this is the definition that you think a home should be, then on the chat, you can put in a few, yeah, I agree kind of things, just so that I know that we are speaking the same language over here. The place where we can be truly ourselves. We don't have to pretend. People over there will give us love, and these are our parents, or these are siblings, or whoever it is, and that's where home is. There are sayings like home is where the heart is. So as I was just, what a fun day to be doing this, because so many places I moved in my life. And if somebody would ask me, okay, so where is home? No matter how long I had lived in any place, the only answer out would be home is India. For me, home was India. And for the life, for ever since, I think, not in school, we had to sing this every day, but after school, every time that I've heard the the national anthem being heard, even if in India, even in a movie hall, if I would hear the anthem, even if you see a movie in the States, if it's a Hindi movie playing, and if it's meant for Indian audiences, they will play the anthem as well, many a times in those halls as well. No matter how many times I would hear the national anthem, I would get teary-eyed. I would get teary eyed. And it was funny because I no longer count myself as Indian. I don't. And yet today in my building, they had this beautiful ceremony where they hosted this flag, and like large, huge flag. And as they are pulling it up and it's going up and they're singing the anthem, there I am, teary eyed. So, and I was looking at myself and laughing. I said, for somebody who says, I don't even identify with just being an Indian anymore, I'm just every place, whoever I am, etc. And yet, this place where home is, which in my mind was India, and every time this respect or salute to India would bring me to this place of feeling teary eyed. No other feeling, but just a feeling of joy. That's it. There's no reason for the joy, but now we know it's all about, being in the frequency of joy. But I can today understand that because I relate to India as home, it's this feeling of being home, that feeling of knowing home, which in my definition, my earlier definition was India, but that would bring joy to me. That would bring this deep feeling of belonging to me. And for me, it was that. For many people, definitions are different. So I would like to invite all of you, or rather, whoever wishes to write, and I can read out some of the comments that you have about what you think is the definition of home. What you thought all your life, probably what you're thinking even today, because you hadn't given it a little bit of thought, or if the definition has changed for you, then that as well. Feel free to write whatever it is that you feel what home is. I see some comments over there, so I'm going to move into that to read it. And Ruchi says, one of my homes is MPFY WhatsApp group. Another of my homes is my journal. My conventional home is also home, like by the grace of God. And yeah, I do feel some attachment to my nation too, even now. How beautiful is it that no matter whatever you count as your home, it's your one of your, and the first one that you write, your home is MPFY WhatsApp group. So already knowing that a home is not just brick and mortar, but it is a place where you feel this sense of belonging, this sense of being, a part of something which involves love, right? So from that space, what a beautiful thing to say that, yeah, you feel the love at a WhatsApp group where there are, like, I don't know, 350 odd folks, and probably out of them you've met only 15 or maybe 20. However, oh wow, just a second. Um, However, you do feel, that sense of knowing, that sense of joy when you look at it. Then the second one, journal. Your journal is your home. That sense of belonging that you feel in a WhatsApp group with others, that sense of belonging you feel, and therefore it totally qualifies to be called home. Totally qualifies. And this is where we actually begin to look beyond that traditional definition of those who live in your home, the ones that belong to you, the ones you were born with, the ones you gave, the ones that gave you birth, and then the ones that you give birth to, and that being the traditional sense of home. But now we begin to unravel our own existence a little bit more, and we understand ourselves as not just this body who's going through this experience with these five people, but as energy who's able to find home everywhere and anywhere. So there you go. Beautiful. Okay. And then of course at home too. So that's such a beautiful definition, and kind of all encompassing, because it talks about not just brick and mortar, a roof over your head, that's what we call home, but also places where we belong. And so now that I look at this place called home, I first want to address those phases of ours where we've lived in a place that we called home, but it was far from the one that operated from love. Many of us have been through it, many of us are going through it. And in all of this, the one thing to notice is, are we still holding on to a definition of home? And therefore, by the very virtue of that, holding on to a definition of the members at home, the family members at home. Yeah, because now that we understand the energy piece, now that we understand that it's not about who gave us birth and how they are supposed to create this place which will make you comfortable. They can do whatever is in their means to make it a comfortable place for you. But if your energy has chosen something else, so not going to happen that you are going to experience love in that place of home. So then what do? We go through disappointments. We go through, oh, my parents were not like this. My parents didn't create a safe environment for me. Or my husband, he never sided with me. He always sided with his mother. He did this. He never stood up for me. All of those stuff that we go through. And then the definition of home is breaking. Can you see that actually through all of this, all that is happening, or all that is meant to happen, is this limited definition of what you define as home? That definition should break. No, but we don't do that. Why? Because we are unaware and our finger is totally outside on those that live in that home. And so what do? We walk away from homes. We walk away from that place because that didn't give us love, and we continue to hold on to the definition of home. Home is place where there is going to be love for everyone, and that everyone is only going to be, everyone is going to respect and love each other as family. By now, energy and all of its complicated dramas are known to us, and how they play out, and how my reflection is all that I will get to see. So in all of this stuff, when we go through experiences, as we walk away from different homes and different family members, now to think of it and expand the breaking as well. To expand the breaking, to break the definition of home itself. The home is not an outside thing, because everything that has been created outside of you, you will only get to experience and enjoy that which resonates with your energy field, the one that is resonating. So that home could be filled with love and laughter, but what resonates with you is sadness, then you are going to find that your home for you is built of sadness and everything that goes with it. Another definition that people say, Anita says, for me, home is where I am one with myself, as is with ease and grace. Being from Air Force background, I was always inclined to patriotism and sacrifice and the motherland, but now in the energy and MPFI teachings. Wherever I am peaceful and comfortable, joyful, that's home for me. And yes, Vande Mataram and the anthem will make me too teary-eyed. And the familiar feeling of belonging to a geographical, political identity, India. Yeah. I was just laughing because I said, yeah, okay. For me, for the longest time, uh, home that was with parents. And there I found that, yes, there was love. And then there was so much expectation. And so today, when I look back at all of the expectation that was held by money and mother had really not much that she could do, couldn't protect me from the wrath of money when his expectations were running the forefront. But whatever that place was, yes, I experienced home, that part of love over there. And then I would meet with people who were going through broken homes or other kind of homes, and I didn't understand it then. But today, when I look at it, you know, a broken home means one of the parents might be missing, or both of the parents might be missing, and you might be taken care of by somebody else. But for me, if there is peace and joy in that broken home with just one parent, one party, one something, then it's not broken at all. It keeps you together. That's what your energy asked for, to be held together. And that's what you got by having the one parent that is going to keep it together for you, your energetic experience of peace and hope. So, when again, we're just only breaking the definition of what a home looks like, what a broken home looks like, and what a home together looks like. I see so many people in a quandary like, no, no, I would have walked away from this house, but a child needs both of the parents. In my understanding now, the child needs chaos. That's what his energy field is asking for. Because living in a house where there is constant chaos and there is constant friction that is happening, it couldn't be that he hasn't asked for it and he's being a victim of that space. No, our energy is creating every one of our experiences. So if you grew up in a house where there was a lot of friction happening, you grew up in the perfect place for you. If you hold blame towards a parent or two sets of parents or 78 sets of parents, 78, where does that number come from? So if you hold grievances and you hold blame outside saying, oh, they didn't do this for me and they didn't do that for me, take a look. You are right now putting yourself in the victim position, and that is by choice. You are never a victim. Everything is happening as much for their spiritual growth as for yours. The fact that you're only 3 years old, you're not. You're 3 years and 3 crores, or maybe 38 crores, or some such 38,000 crores kind of a number. But very much so that your energy wanted parents and a home like that to be able to experience your own energy field. So take a look if you are feeling this blame, or maybe if you're feeling this guilt because you couldn't create something like that, a loving family for your child. No, no, no. It's as much the child's demand as it is your energies. You can work on your energies, but know that they also came to experience these exact same experiences by being born in this kind of a family. So the way it's playing out, again, looking at, I should be giving love to my children, I should be giving love to my parents. The way energies work is, the work is first to give love to this person. this person will then be able to transmit that love to everyone. Can you forcefully feed love to somebody? No, you can't. So you become the transmitter. And then whoever's time it is to receive your love, they will be able to do so with ease and grace. And for whoever's time it is to not be receiving that love, they will do so too with ease and grace. Okay, any other messages? No, but I think that the very first one from Ruchi itself kind of covered so many different aspects of it, which I wanted covered with 5 different people. But then there you are, all of us sitting in guidance frequencies, receiving the perfect answers. Okay, so here we go. So, firstly, to look at these definitions that you have created, what a home should look like, or what a broken home. So many people, when they say to me, I come from a broken home, or, my father was never there. And I say, you're not just your energy asked for it, but let us say your father was never there and there was peace at home, then that's the best place for you to be, and the best place for you to understand that your energy still wanted peace and was able to create it through the absence of father. That was the role of the father, to be absent, to be able to give you that love and peace that you hold in your energy. And so, taking away the blame or the guilt or the judgment from the outside, these definitions, whether it's of marriage or if it's of family, and today it's of home, these definitions are meant to put you into lack. As soon as you hear what a home is meant to be, now you're like, Arre, mine doesn't look like that at all. And so, if yours doesn't look like that, it's perfect, because this definition cannot hold for everyone. Why? Because when you understand the energies of it, your home will look exactly as your energies will manifest for you, your energies. Of course, everything comes to this only, mirror dikha do samne, yahi dekhna hai, the mirror is all there is, can't do anything else except to change your energy, to change what home feels like. Then, some people come to me, and I did talk about this a few days ago as well. Some people come to me and they don't feel like they belong to earth only. They don't feel comfortable in any setting. Home is not home. Outside is not home. The existence is very lonely, and they don't feel like they fit in anywhere. And so they say, no, I'm just waiting to go back home. Go back home. Like, I don't belong to this planet. I probably belong to Mars or some other planet that we don't know of, where there is so much more love and joy. And then that is where I'm waiting to go back to once my time on Earth is complete. I don't feel at home here. And here meaning existence itself. And so when some of the people like that came to me one day, I had sat many years ago, I sat in guidance and I asked, like, what does it mean? What does this home mean? And actually, this topic is derived from there, because a few days ago I was going through my old registers and I came across that particular message, which I'm going to read out right now. But that particular message, which talked about what it is to be home. What should it feel like to be home? And where is home? So I'm going to read that message. I think that that message is not just for us of a country, or as a matter of fact, today as my ears teared up. No, my eyes teared up while listening to the national anthem. I was laughing. I was also checking within as to what it is that I'm feeling these tears for. What it is that I'm feeling these tears for. Is it for me being an Indian? And the answer was solidly no. No, it's not for being an Indian, because I am not an Indian. That's a limitation. And so the answer was very clearly No, it's not that you think of yourself as an Indian, that you're feeling the pride, but I could feel the joy in me at listening to this national anthem. And I looked at it deeper, and it was just this, that one thread that I had tied, because I spent many a years outside of India, that one thread that I had tied, that is the place where I feel complete. I feel like people understand me. Now, when I say people understand me, does everybody in India understand me? No, but that is how we create these programs. And so my program was that no, this is a place where these are like-minded people, these are my people, this is where I was born, and everyone. And so, time to today in the morning, I said, time to look in at that tiny little limitation as well. Not to say I won't cry tomorrow, but to look into the tiny little limitation and to be able to say, everywhere I see are my kind of people. Everywhere, whether in this country or in another country, everywhere I see are my kind of people. When I'd made this program, and it used to give me a lot of sense of pride, I can understand that I made it because it gave me a feeling of belonging. But now that I'm into the energy space, that feeling of belonging would be everywhere that I would go, because everywhere no one else would exist except my mirror. No one else would exist except my mirror. And so, where is it that I don't feel the belonging? And so, from that space and reading this message is from 2016, 10 years ago. I was right in the beginning of my journey, didn't know what home looked like. And so, here it is. What does it mean to be home? Is my ask. Home is the realization that you are already everything that you needed to be. You desire nothing more. You want nothing more. You are in yourself a full, complete person, human force. There is no force that needs to be with you. You know, there is a saying that we always say when somebody is going and we want to bless them, and sometimes we use these words, may the force be with you. So this line says, there is no force that needs to be with you. You are. You are the force. You are everything. And then you are nothing. A mere speck in the whole energy play. A mere dot in the galaxy. And then not even that. You are just a vibration. A vibration that now knows and understands nothing. It knows and understands the space called nothing. There was nothing to understand in the first place. That nothingness was complete in the first place. Then desires were added. They were added baggage. Those emotions were just a play to understand. The writers of the script wrote nothing. The actors achieved nothing. The biggest reward of all, nothing. The biggest reward of all is nothing. If you would have understood that in the first place, you would not have created all this Maya around you. You would have been satiated, fulfilled, happy, in bliss, with nothingness. And it's okay. You reach that place now after many circles of the earth. Now it seems that you know the truth about nothingness. Diminishing into that is the biggest reward at the end of all your lives. Diminishing into nothing is the biggest reward at the end of all your lives. At the end of each life, this death, what it does it do to us? We become nothing once again, and we understand a little bit more about that space. So then I ask, how will I feel when the journey is complete? When I am home. You will feel in the moment with everything. You will feel in the moment with everything. You will enjoy every piece of whatever it is that you do. You will be in yourself and you will be complete. You will connect with others and you will be complete. Each part of you will be in oneness with others. Intent that. Try it. I am complete. I am home. My journey is complete. I am Shunya. I am the source. You are in that space many times in a day. It is not a physical place that you will go to. It will be wherever you are. In the moment, when you are in the moment, 24/7, whether sleeping or waking up, or when you are being who you are, participating in the play, but not being the actor, just being the audience, watching from a distance, participating because your inputs are still needed, your role on earth still remains, but you only observing through the mind's third eye and not being the role. When that happens, then you are at home. In all of those moments that happens, you are at home. So beautiful. And so now, when you look at it, it doesn't say you will walk away from your roles. It doesn't say that you've got to leave this and be something else. It simply told me that no matter who you are in that moment, when you're playing that role, but with the eyes of an audience, but totally engaged in the role, and yet with the eyes of the audience, then you're playing in that blankness. That blankness, that nothingness, we get to experience more and more. And that nothingness is all that home is. That sense of belonging that we qualify as home right now, that place of belonging, complete belonging, is nothingness, that shunya space, which is where we are experiencing the source within us. So, how beautifully being with everything, participating in everything, and making every space your own home, your place, by being in shunya, by being in that space of blackness. That is when you would experience the completeness. That is when you are home. In the energies, we understand that it's not one-time thing. Party every day, work within every day, look within every day, and no matter where you are wandering, bring yourself back home. Bring yourself back home. Through awareness, through consciousness. There you go. Then somebody writes, to the extent that I face up to my emotions and process them, to that extent, it feels like coming back to oneself. See, that message of mine and yours completely in resonance. Being at home with one's authentic self. That is Ruchi again. There you go. And somebody else writes, me, many months ago, when I was missing a feeling of familiarity, I sat in guidance and received. Home is the state of you. The state, the frequency you are in is home in that moment for you. There you go. You are the universe. The universe is you. Then home is wherever you are, every moment. So, in both the places, it was only looking within and then letting go of an idea of a home. Absolutely. And how beautiful is it that as we let go of the idea of a home, that physical aspect of a home, that is when we begin to break the definition, that limited definition that we have created for a place called home, and we are able to expand to our energy state. Can you see that whoever is written over here in guidance, and I read out my message from 2016, and whenever you received it on your own for the same place, the answer remains the same. And of course, the answer will always be the same, because when we seek guidance, we are tapping into the source that we are, and all of us, the same source. How beautiful, that amazing piece of oneness with each and every one, because I'm the source, and so are you. And so you and I are simply one source. That oneness that we experience through blankness, through nothingness. Okay, such a chotu little topic, but that's what came up today. So anybody has any questions, or anybody is struggling about some concept of home and what they expect from home, though I've already answered it, that whatever be your expectation, a home cannot be anything as per a definition, because it is always as per our own energy field. And so home will be where friction is. If that, if the judgments and the friction and the anger and the resentment is what you're holding in your energy field, then home will be that. If you're holding joy, then irrespective of who makes up your family, or whether there is empty space around you, and that's what your home looks like. But even in that, if you are sitting in complete beautiful silence and not feeling this fear of loneliness or fear of being alone, then that place is home, because home is all about you understanding that you belong here. So many people who look at, look, I don't have a home, and then everybody else has a home. Uh, Definitions of home are all about creating lack in you. So if lack is being created, looking at a future where you would have nobody to share your home with, the work is on you, because no matter who we walk with, the outside continues to show us our reflections. And I've seen so many people living in families filled with people, and not a moment of peace, not a moment of joy, not a moment of love, and so many people around. There you go. That's what their experience chose. But if you're sitting over there, the work is within. If you're sitting over there, the work is within. No matter where you're sitting over, no matter where you're sitting, if you're sitting over here, work is done for the moment. All right, everybody. And I think I think the meditation was already read out to us today, those 4 lines. So take a deep breath in. And those are the 4 lines that we will intend to ourselves. Take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. Experience that breath going deep within to your lungs, and let the mind go even further than just lungs. But as you take a deep breath in, and the mind experiences a little bit of silence, a little bit of quiet. Home, being at home. I am complete. I am complete. I am complete. Letting that sit. I am complete. I am home. I am the home. I am the home. My journey is complete in every moment. The journey is complete. This moment, this experience, this perfect experience of this moment completes the moment, completes the journey. The journey of every moment is complete in every moment. And now that I understand, now that I know everything just an experience, my journey is being completed every moment. I am Shunya. Empty I am in this moment. All knowing I am in this moment. I have all the knowing within, and I can tap into that knowing whenever I wish. That knowing belongs to me, that knowing is me. I am Shunya. I am the source. I am the source. I am the source. I am complete. I recognize that I am in the body, and yet not just the body. I am the source. I am the source. There is nothing outside of me, just the source and reflections of the source. Take a deep breath in as if to experience your completeness through the breath. A complete, full, deep breath. Inhale and exhale. As you do that, experience that momentary shunya, the blankness. And then, whenever you wish to, just through the breath, through feeling complete, you can be in this space again and again, anytime, whenever you wish, experiencing the source that you are. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots and lots of love. Thank you, guys. Lots of love to all of you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you, Ma. Love you.
Love you, Ma.
You.